What's good? What's good? Welcome to episode 27, No Feelings Meetings. Who got an interesting story? Someone got an interesting story. I'm starting with that person.
I was down today in my fantasy league, but shout out to the Chiefs, man, for getting it done the way they get it done.
And
Shout
nigga, we
out to
about to end this
Kareem
episode
Hunt.
right the fuck now.
Shout out to Tyreek Hill.
Let's end this
My man
episode right the
Harrison
fuck now.
Butker.
We ain't starting
You
this
feel me?
bullshit off
Shout out
like
Chris
this.
Conley.
No, edit that
Keep
shit out.
eating.
Edit
Keep
that
eating
shit
Travis
out.
Kelce.
We go.
Live your
no.
best life, and
Fuck
I ain't
no,
going back and forth with these niggas. Hey. Shout out to Ashanti.
Hey, that's my shit. That's like one of the records people get like giving shit to. That's my shit.
I ain't heard nobody giving shit to nothing off C5.
Like,
who you following, yo?
Hey, critics. Not even critics. Like the people that be out there talking about like their views. Yeah, no, I guess that's critics. Like album reviews and shit. That's one of the songs they shitting on.
These is white people
Who
from
do album
Nebraska.
reviews?
Hell, Charlamagne said he don't fuck with it even.
Charlamagne don't fuck with nothing, Young Money, Cash Money.
You just got a reason for everybody. What was I about to say? Nah, man, it's a good week. So, besides Tony bullshit story, how you been, Will?
Yeah, I guess.
I've been cool, man. Shout out to my homie who just quit our job and shit. He found him a job paying $45 an hour.
Whoa!
Shout out to my boy.
Hey, that's a real shout out.
And they got home invasion money.
Shout out to my boy. He still live at the crib with his parents. Shout out to my dog.
Shout out to yo.
Hold up, nah,
because if mind you, he only like 24.
Nah.
But I mean, hey,
you can't be making that kind of money and still live with the crib with your parents.
How you gonna tell that
nigga,
nigga what he can do?
he's supposed to move out. He just started the job. He started the job tomorrow. Fuck, you want him to move out today?
Okay, that's okay.
This nigga wild.
But I'm saying though, like if you live, we can start there real quick. How much y'all think is too much money to make to live at home?
None.
Depends on how much you pay.
Hold up. How
much you giving your people?
Who the fuck am I to tell these motherfuckers like, oh, you make this much, you gotta move out?
Nigga, but there's like, no, we ain't about to. You're not getting away with that logic because if you looked at someone who was like, if you looked at the dude and yo was making like, let's say he making 70, 80K a year. And he still live at his parents' house, and he like mid-20s. Like, you not looking at him weird?
Why would I care?
No, though, keep it on it. Why would you look at it weird, Justin?
Because that's like just the whole. If you grow up, like at some point, part of growing up is you moving away from your parents. So to move away from your parents, like that's like you never growing up, and that shit is weird.
What if some people's goal growing up is to take care of their parents? Now I'm making all this money. What I'm gonna make all this money for and leave?
But I bet you, how many people you think really making money? How many people you really think living at their parents and paying for that shit?
That's making that type of money.
That's like they paying like they doing.
That's making $80,000. I guarantee you, if a nigga making $80,000 a year and he live with his parents, he breaking them off something. But
I'm saying though, like if you doing not even just regular rent, like not even just like some shit. I don't know how much like how much did you have to pay, Will, before you left? Like how much was you kicking back to your mommy's money?
Let's see. Yeah, because the job that I'm at now is almost like shit. Pretty much, I started this job in 2015. So my first year working there in 10 months, I made $50,000.
Okay.
That was that was 10 months. So I paid, honestly, I can't remember, but I was out of my mom's house by the end of the year. But I was probably giving her maybe.
And why did you want to move out?
Because my girl wanted to move.
That's part. Ain't that part? And that really trips me out because I work with a dude. He just got married. And he moved his girl down into his mom's.
Now it's different because you got to think about it's a lot of this shit is about perspective. Because I know I was listening to some shit. I don't remember who it was, but they were basically talking about, how people, their kids turn whatever age, and then they automatically kind of send them out there on their own and shit. And then somebody was basically saying, like, why would I send them out there instead of letting them get all their shit together first? Just because the nigga get a job, like, he got to leave right away as soon as he get the job? Like
no, I'm not saying it depends on the job you get. Obviously, if you work like one of my best friends, he's still he's a manager at the grocery store, and really being a manager there really ain't like it really ain't shit to pay basically. Like he make like $2 more minimum wage and shit. So and he only gets and because he got to a manager and then had to go to part-time for his classes, he don't even work full time. So I'm not saying like you do that, you got to bounce. But once you start making a certain amount of money, once you start getting to a certain point in your life, like you got to move out. Unless you
why do you care?
No, you don't.
That's all I want to know. Why do you care?
That shit is weird. That shit is weird, bro. Hey, cat, get the fuck out.
See, but I'm speaking from a perspective of somebody that like I moved out once I had my shit together. Well, like once I felt like I had my shit together. But it's like, I mean, I'm thinking about how it would be as a parent or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I think like shit. If a motherfucker like my kid can't live with me forever, but I mean, if you like,
there we go. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but you saying you putting a number on it instead of an age on it?
I'm saying there's the numbers got to be a factor. Like, there's got to be, and it's not just saying like, okay, well, like let's say, I'm not saying you got to bounce right at 18. I'm not saying you got to bounce right at this number of
but it's people whose parents are like struggling. So it's like as soon as I get money, do I leave them and let them keep struggling without me, or do I
and that's help them out? And that's the difference. I stayed an extra year just because of the financial situation at my grandma's. But what I'm saying is, if your parents are straight, you making good money, and you of that age, like you shouldn't like at some point you got to move. You got to.
No, you don't.
Yo, can we move on, yeah? Like,
no, I'm saying like nah, that shit's weird.
We ain't even finished intros yet. Like,
nah, we got into a conversation.
Joe, you don't want to talk about no type of life shit, Joe, or what?
You said what?
I'm talking about Tony. You ain't into these whole life conversations and shit.
It's not even that. It's just like I just don't care. Like if a motherfucker making $100,000 a year and they still living with their moms or vice versa or however, I don't care. I just don't care.
You ain't even got no opinion on it?
No, not really. I have no desire, in the words of the illustrious Kid Mero.
So then let me ask you then, Tony. If you was in that position, you tomorrow, like you say you finished with school. You got $100,000 a year job, right? Let's put you at 24 years old. Okay, are you still living with your parents?
No, but that's me.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So, but then at least you was saying that like that shit is weird to you.
I'm not saying it's weird to me.
Weird.
I don't
like,
care.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like me personally, like I would want to move. If someone was like, no, I'm getting bread now, but I want to be here. I'm comfortable here. Like mom's good. She say we in a nice sizable house. Mom's upstairs. I barely see her. I'm down here. She at work doing whatever. She out. That's their business. You feel me?
I definitely know niggas that move like 2 blocks away from their peoples and shit. Like you might as well stay. You over there every day. You might as well stay there and save a couple $100 a month, or a couple stacks a month, or whatever.
No bullshit.
I'm still calling that shit weird. So but besides that, how y'all been? Tony, how you been besides that bullshit fantasy story?
Why is it bullshit? Why is my just because your team came up short, my man, don't make my fantasy.
Hey, my team got
fantasy
cheated,
story
and my
bullshit.
quarterback did some fuck shit.
How they get cheated when my man snapped the ball in 0 seconds?
Nigga, he did not snap the ball in those 0 seconds.
He definitely snapped the ball in 0 seconds.
Fuck out of here with that. No, not even.
Okay, watch the tape. In the words of Jesus Shuttlesworth, watch the tape.
You said what?
In the words of Jesus Shuttlesworth, watch the tape.
I did watch the tape, nigga. Even the referee motherfucker was like, "You can't challenge it," but you know.
Hey man, double jeopardy. OJ can't go back to jail for same crime.
But you know he did that shit.
I mean, hey,
I don't know nothing.
Hey, that was some shit. We just gonna get straight into it.
Let's preface this by Justin. You got the first 10 minutes of this.
I don't know. You taking your stand hat off first, Justin?
Hell no. The fuck? I ain't got. Hey, you can wear the stand hat when that shit works. Like when it's working, and that dude's and that. And
I wish my business cared about me the way you care about C5.
You said what?
I said I wish my business cared about me the way you care about C5.
Shit.
Because now, what was we talking about in the group chat? What debate were we having? Oh yeah, you were talking about Young Money having like the best year or some shit, right?
Oh yeah,
that was the Instagram post. That was more so just for conversation for point, but it wasn't like that wasn't my personal take. That was just I just when I see that IG post, I'll just be posting that shit and asking the question. But I don't really care about that because, like I said. Well, as Tony pointed out, Drake ain't even technically Young Money. And,
he definitely not.
And I didn't listen to Queen with the Damn, so I can't even speak on that one.
You need rappers like me.
Like, so that wasn't more so my talk. Let's start off with this. On a scale of, and I know we started this in the group text, but on a scale of 1 to 10, what y'all rating the album?
Go ahead, Will.
I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 or 8.
I say 8.5. 8 to
really
8.5.
like the album.
Just too many songs for me.
I'm going.
Wait, let me hear it, Justin. 10? 10.5?
Hey, no, let me say this.
Hey, how many mics did they give him
the
in the
hype
social?
of the Thursday Night Drive, nigga, when that shit first dropped? Oh, it was absolutely a 10. I'm not Thursday and Friday and even Saturday. That shit was 10 out of 10. 5. Like, that shit was
It ain't no way you listened to it that many times and kept feeling like it was a 10 out of 10.
Nah, nigga, dead ass. The first 4 times I listened to that shit. Because I've only got one song I skip each time.
What song is that? Don't let it be the Nicki song, because that's fire to me.
The what song?
I said, is it the song with Nicki? Because that's fire to me.
No, that Dark Side's one of that's one of the best tracks on there. No, that What About Me with
that shit with Sosa, man.
Yeah, that shit that shit skips.
Oh no, I actually fuck with I fuck with all the songs. Like I can listen to that album without skipping shit.
That's the only song I skip.
I can listen to the entire album without skipping shit, but
I gotta skip Snoop verse on Dope Niggas.
You don't like Snoop verse?
I mean,
it's not even that I don't like the verse. I just don't feel like that shit. Like that shit just don't flow to me.
It's hard for Snoop to fit in with like certain rappers and shit because his flow is so West Coast. Like it's like certain shit that he be on. It's almost like it'll throw the shit off sometimes.
I won't disagree, but I think the only reason I didn't mind it is because it's just the hook. So it's like I don't know if I would skip it because I'm not going in and out of a song like that. Like I'm not about to listen to the first 30, 45 seconds for the verse, skip the hook, then go next 30. So I won't disagree.
No, he said after Wayne go off, he skipped to the next song. He said he skipped to Wayne next part.
Oh, you don't like the second verse on that?
I mean, I like the second verse, but what you just say, that's what I'm not doing.
Oh, okay. I feel it. Okay. No, I can respect that. It wasn't the smoothest featured. I'll say that. But no.
Let It Fly is definitely hands down my favorite shit though.
Let It Fly is the first time I fucked with Travis. I don't listen to Travis like that. But that song's hard. What y'all let me take that back. So I put it at a 9 right now. I don't have it. Once my hype came down, it went from a 10 to a 9 to me. Like I said, I think I do agree. I'm not trying to hear an album that's got 23 songs. I think he did really good with having 23 songs. I think
I'm fine with 23 songs, but it's just like it should not be a point in the album where I feel like, okay, I've heard this before.
No, and so that's what I would say. So would you? What would be the way to put it? The only reason I think it's saved by the 23 songs is I think because the album sounds half of it you can tell like it was made not like back in 2012. I don't feel like any song feels that old, but you can tell some of that shit feels like it's a couple years out.
I definitely couldn't.
You couldn't tell that some of that shit was a couple years out?
Nah.
Which ones were the ones you felt like?
I mean, I'm not. Hey, bro.
Which ones are you saying that sounded like they were a couple years out? Because I couldn't tell either.
Give me a second here. I'm gonna pull up the full track list before.
Hey, Kendrick, stop using all them crazy ass voices, bro. Just rap.
Bro, no, the voices worked. I don't want to hear that.
No, they said that's the track that was old. They said they did say Mona Lisa was old.
That I can believe because Kendrick was like mad Pimp a Butterfly on that shit. And I fuck with Pimp a Butterfly, but the voices was too much.
Well, for facts, Let It Fly is an old song. Travis been saying Let It Fly come out for like 3 years.
I feel like we're going to get off subject.
No, that's not even off subject. That's like, I'm just saying, like, that's part of, like, the album review is like, because everybody was worried, like, okay, well, what Carter 5 are you getting? You getting the one that was supposed to drop in, like, 2013? Or you getting, like, current shit?
I mean, if we was getting the one that was supposed to drop in 2013, that shit would have been fire.
It would have been, too. I mean, this one's fire, too. I'm not going to act like,
What's the worst track on the album?
Like I said, I don't fuck with What About Me, personally.
What's after that?
Open Letter.
Yeah,
oh, you mean like the track list or like what song he ranking that shit?
Like you said, so, like just the worst song. Or like what song are you least fucking with?
Yeah,
because I don't feel like there's any terrible song. I just
What About Me is probably the only song I really don't fuck with. But past that, I fuck with everything else. Shout out to Wayne for telling us he tried to kill himself.
Yeah. Wayne actually did some concepts on this shit. Like,
I wouldn't go that far. But
I said some. Not like crazy, but the nigga did a couple. Because normally, no, that was like the crazy thing, is you could get through like the first half of the album without him really just talking about, if you take away like the story, quote unquote, of Mona Lisa, he really wasn't like, it wasn't Bitches Money Weed Wayne for the first couple tracks.
But I mean, that shit only funny because it's like Wayne's first probably like 4 albums was like had concepts to him. Like the concepts only stopped when he was like, okay, I don't gotta really try this shit no more. Like I'm a GOAT. Like that's really the only time.
Because you go back to just start rapping.
Yeah, like if you go back to his early shit, like even Carter 1 was like a concept. It had like walk in, like tour the house.
Walk in was literally just him talking about the bitches and money he got in his house.
Walk in was definitely him giving the tour to the Carter, like the actual Carter. But you ain't never seen New Jack City.
All right.
You ain't never seen New Jack City, yo?
You know he ain't never seen New Jack City, yo.
I know, but I need him to tell me he ain't never seen New Jack City.
Moving on.
You ain't never seen New Jack City, yo?
I said we're moving on. What's your personal favorite?
Hey, yo, my G.
Hey, bro.
Moving on.
Oh, man.
I can't believe I think I never seen New Jack City.
Nigga, I don't watch movies.
And my brother's
Chill, yo. You gotta chill. Listen, what's the next question, Justin?
When did New Jack City come out, yo? 1991.
Like 94, 95.
No,
it was
had
before
20 years to watch.
It was
you
like
had
92,
20 years to
94.
watch New Jack City.
Nigga, I don't watch movies. He
like I'm asking this nigga about the movie that's in theaters right now. She came out in 1991.
And I ain't watched movies since 1994.
Moving on.
Like, I've seen like 20 movies in my life, and half them shits I was forced to in school.
Moving on.
That's absolutely moving on. Did y'all fuck with Dope New Gospel like that?
I fuck with that shit. Nivea was
that was
cool.
Out. Shout out to Wayne for keeping his women in line.
Definitely got his baby mothers on his hip.
Except Nipsey wife, she don't play that. Or he don't play that.
Shout out to Nip, man.
Blood and the Crips will be back at it again.
Hey, Nip cool, YG.
Yeah, I know. For the moment.
No, them niggas stay cool with each other.
Niggas said for the moment.
Like, when the Bloods and Crips start warring, they got to pick a side.
What you say, yo? They be like,
go ahead, Joe.
What's what I was about to say? Excuse me. Is it where y'all ranking it as far as Carter albums?
1, 2, 3. It's fighting for fourth place.
So is it fair to say, and this is my opinion of it, I don't think it can touch the first 3, but I think it can make an argument with 4.
No, it can definitely.
I think
make
it'll
an
be a
argument
debate.
with 4. Yeah,
I don't think it's clear.
I say that, but then it's like John was on 4, so it's like it's tough.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it can touch the first 3. Was my thing. I don't think it's as good as Carter 3, 2, or 1. Is that fair?
That's definitely fair.
Will? No, yeah, I'm with you. I think it's a debate with 4, but I don't even think it's clear because I'm looking at the track list of 4 now, and it'll be a fight.
It's fire, bro. John, Blunt Blowing, 6'7",
Mega Man.
like
off rip, he gave you Blunt Blowing Mega Man 6'7". Oh,
it's like good
on the intro.
Drake Griffin.
Hey, Wayne is like one of the king of intros. Like Wayne is like that's high key where Drake got that shit from.
And then he got what's the shit with him and Kiss now?
It's good. He said I thought the Drake Griffin.
Oh yeah.
Nigga said here, can that be? Hold up for the ransom money. We all knew
how
that
much
was
you love your lady money.
It was so fire though.
Hey, what was the 2 songs? What's the song he got with How to Hates with Pain? What's the one he got with John Legend on there?
So special.
That was my shit.
And Mirror. That'd be a fight.
These classics, bro.
We said it was a debate, but I think
President Carter was hard.
That shit really end with me because like when you hear that John beat, it's a little quiet for Carter 5, yo.
No, that's why I'm like, I mean, like over the rankings, I'm like, man, my motherfucking pet.
I pointed at you. What? Come on, yo. AK-47 is my address. Stop, yo.
No, and that's why it's like, as much as I like the Carter 5, and I mean it's still early. It's just hard for me
chasing
to kind of
ghosts. It's tough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to put it over any of those. You got to see how it stand with the test of time and with the way music is today. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for me, I shorten it. Like it used to be like maybe a year. Now, if I feel like I'm still bumping that shit in about 5-6 months, I'm like,
it ain't even about 5-6 months. If you still bumping that shit in like 2 months,
that's a fact. No, that's what I'm saying. Carter 5 to me sounds like that shit gonna hold up. Now, obviously, you can't predict the future, but it's like there's 5 or 6 songs I can still see in like 3 or 4 months, like not in 3 or 4 months, like go 5-6 months out, however long. That like to me sound like they will hold up.
Hey man,
Shiggy gonna last a minute because of Uproar challenge.
I'm about to say if Uproar hit top 2, Shiggy fuck around. Man,
they're gonna have to get Shiggy another
the price
bag.
Done already went up, but the price gonna go up.
Hey, no, that was you talked about Carter 4 having like a dope roller for the first couple songs.
Hey, no, when I heard that Special Delivery remake, I said, yeah, this nigga's he raced
was crazy.
With Don't Cry, Dedicate, and Uproar for like those first 3 coming out the gate.
Shout out to Titty Boy, man.
And Let It Flash right after that.
Like, even as dope as those three, like, all right, so those first three versus the first three on the Carter 4. What y'all going with? Because that I'm going with Blunt Blowing, Mega Man, and 6'7".
Hey, 6'7" definitely 6'7".
Man,
like
Blunt Blowing opened the joint.
6'7"
draw showing.
That's tough.
Shit.
But that's like saying, nigga, like, what tough. Was better, like Mike in '97 or Mike in '96? Like,
nah, I don't think. As dope as it is, I don't think it's. I don't think that's tough when you're talking about those three songs versus the next three songs. I don't think that's tough.
Dedicate to Me should have been a better song, and that's only because he could have done a lot more with Dedicate. Outside, like even more so the shit that he touched on.
Because the only thing he could have did was give 2 Chainz a verse. He might have got all rapped on that shit. So,
nah, the shit that he's if he's just making a song about like the shit like he's responsible for, he could do a lot more with that song.
He could do a lot more.
Like,
Wayne, but I mean, I don't think he wanted to take credit for all his shit.
That's a fact.
He could have did a lot more, but he could have did a lot more. But
you know, recognize
these niggas out here dying, so he had to chill.
Do you think
niggas wasn't really sipping scissor?
Do you think the Carter? So, where is the Carter a top 5 series?
Oh, easy.
Is it a top 3 series?
Top 3? I mean, what
are all the series that we comparing against? Besides
that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. What are y'all putting in like your top
as far as album series?
I mean, I would have to know what all the series were. Like, that's hard to think of off the top.
Them first that's
my thing is the Carter is the only one. The only.
No, you talking about like the series to where it's like, well, I guess what was it? I mean, because I'm thinking he talking about like how Blueprint had 1, 2, 3.
Is classic. First 3, I don't even know. First 3 Blueprints, because Blueprint 3 is not like.
I fuck with Blueprint.
Blueprint 3 is dope.
No, it's fire, but it's not like.
No, but to me, if you go on like off rip, like who's most connected to their series and how big the series is, the Blueprint.
But I don't know because even
series, to me,
the volume series at Hove is like probably better than the Blueprint series though.
I don't think it's more iconic. I don't think it's.
Not in mainstream, but in rap.
Well, I was about to say
pound for pound, the volume series is probably more iconic than the Blueprint series. Just in rap circles, not in fucking that mainstream shit.
Because that was before Hov really went mainstream. That was when he was still like.
Because in my lifetime, Hard Knock Life, and then Life and Times of Sean Carter, that shit is definitely that shit is definitely more iconic than the Blueprint series. I ain't even got to think about that. The Blueprint series has got like it got more hits to it. Like it got a lot of whole classic singles.
The Blueprint to me is more. I don't know. To me, and this is only off of because to a degree, this isn't just necessarily like what's the best. I'm just simply talking about what's iconic, and you as an artist can't choose what's iconic. That's how other people view it.
Ironically and shit.
Yeah, like to me, I think the Blueprint series is more iconic and is more attached to Hove, almost strictly off the strength of one. I think the Blueprint one is in such like a classic and iconic state that like the whole series gets elevated. I think if you just want to talk about how good it is, most people would tell you 3 is like the least of the Blueprint series, and I fuck with 3 heavy. That's my shit. But to me, the Blueprint is more iconic than the Volume series. Might not be better, but I think it's more iconic than the.
I mean, I think it just depends on the audience who you asking.
I think if you ask the majority of people, I think the Blueprint is more synonymous with Hove than the Volume series.
Because that's more mainstream. That's why I said it's like depending on who you asking. Are you asking mainstream fans, or are you asking like?
If we just talking like. How
deep do you want to get on? And I'm not debating. I'm not denying your point. But how deep do you want to get on that? As far as like, well, who are you asking? Like, are you? Because if you're doing that, there's. How would you put it? Like how deep do you want to go as far as like, because niggas can always be like, yo, like I know more underground niggas than you. Like
I mean, I would
dude.
say that. So that question would be more fitting for East Coast niggas.
I immediately thought about like Lupe when you said that shit.
No, but like I think that question
Like
would be more fitting
Lupe
for like
and Talib Kweli and shit.
niggas with the backpack.
Hold up real quick. We got some technical difficulties. We'll be right back. To say, when you're saying something's iconic, it has a bigger outreach. So a part of that is not just going and looking for like the inner rap circles or the inner circles of this. Part of being iconic is because you've reached out to mainstream, despite not being like the mainstream. Which is what
I mean, it was Volume 2 that got him into the mainstream though. Like it was the Andy sample in Hard Knock Life that got him his first Grammy.
No, correct. But I think there was more iconic songs and more hits and more like noticeable, like more people would know Jay songs on the Blueprint series. And to me, that's a part of being iconic. Not saying it makes
I can't even really say that all the way, because when you look like just going off of the Volume 2, damn, movies already come back around. But just going off of the Volume 2 playlist, like you got Hard Knock Life, people know that. You got Money Cash Hoes, which is like a known song. That's not something that's just an album cut.
No, absolutely.
And then you got Can I Get Her, which was on the Rush Hour soundtrack, which was it's still a big movie. So it's like, I get what you're saying. Like when it come down to it, like Blueprint, I'm not even gonna say the series, because Blueprint 2 probably has more of his memorable like singles, but you could put those singles up against the Volume 2 singles as well.
Because let's see here. Because the one on one, Izzo, Girls, Girls, Girls. I'm trying to think of like the songs like literally everybody. Sitting here. On 2, we got Bonnie and Clyde.
Hey, Cat Williams wild for line. Like he lying, yo. Hold up, Justin. Side note, yo. Whole 444 tour last year did 426,441 tickets. Cat Williams said he did 2.4 million tickets. That's like, come on, bro.
Oh man, Cat be out here wild.
Shout out to Cat, man. Just cause, bro.
So then back to our initial point. Where y'all just, and it don't have to be like a complicated answer. Just like off the top of your head, like what is Carter top 3, top 2, top 5?
It's top 5.
Yeah, it's top 5.
You putting in the top 3?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the top 3.
I don't see, but then because I'm just trying to figure out, like I said, I don't really know all the what else are we constituting as, what did you call it?
Series.
Yeah, so I mean, because the series you're talking about, like the Blueprint. So what else? What other series are there?
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's even so. Like, I don't think there's,
because we got to have a scale to what we're comparing it to. I can't say it's top 5, and I can only name 2. I mean, then it's top 5 by default.
I'm gonna Google this real quick, and then I'm gonna throw some names at y'all. All right.
Okay.
So rap album
Is
all
right. Okay. I got another one for like, you can go ahead, Justin, but I'm gonna just throw these out there.
Right.
We got Jeezy's Thug Motivation series.
Okay, I got you.
Like I said earlier, we got Kanye series. We got
So I mean, is Kanye's considered a series?
I mean, the first 3 at least, I would think, because you got College Dropout, Late Registration,
Yeah,
you got Graduation.
Series. Nah.
Yeah.
A series is, so these are the top 5 selling series of all times, which is, and I don't even consider this first one a series. There's only 2 of them. Marshall Mathers LPs. You got Volumes by Hove. You got the Carter. You got Blueprint. You got.
We're looking at the same list.
Those are the top 5 selling.
No, we're including Kanye's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it has to be like this. When I'm saying to you, like it's
no, that's fine because it's a theme. It was an ongoing theme, so I'm with it. I get what y'all saying. I get what you're saying now.
This is let's see. Here's another one. This is Run the Jewels. They got one.
That's top 5, yeah.
Volume series. The Carter. What the hell? Oh,
so even if we saying the Carter, the Volume series.
Okay, so they counting now. They counting Kanye too. So are we counting Kanye?
Yes, I just said that.
Yeah, we could count Kanye.
Okay, so
how can we not? Like it's obvious that's a series.
We could count all the mood music series too.
I was honestly thinking that though.
Hey, nigga. Was Dedication making that if we doing that?
It don't matter. Mood music top 5.
Hey, so I would put those in as my top 3 standouts. Those fucking Rory. The top 3 I would say, like off the top of my head, is I'm putting Blueprint, Kanye College Shares, and the Carter.
I'm with that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, see, but I might put the volumes.
I was about to say I'm putting the Volumes, Carter, and Jeezy.
You putting Jeezy over Ye?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could put Jeezy over Ye. Not those first 3.
I put Jeezy over Ye because that first TM.
That ain't enough.
The streets in the frenzy.
That's a motivation 101.
Next two, but
that's a fire, bro. That's all 3 of those albums are classics. like
the Kanye's. That's tough.
All the Kanye's
it's a good debate.
Like Jeezy's like whole series is dope, but I'm not saying every Thug Motivation is a classic. I'm saying all 3 of those is classics though.
No, everything. No, I know they're not.
No, I don't even think so.
No, if we talking like personal 3 or like what you think like the 3 are? Because I'm
like what you think the 3 are?
I think the 3 are Kanye, Jay, and the Carter.
Okay, but if you then person, that's fine. If you doing if you putting Jeezy in your personal one, fine, that's fine. Because fuck Kanye right now. But
they've been fuck Kanye for years, and that was just like really fuck Kanye.
Like, but don't worry, the brims is dope though now.
Hey, shout out to all you dickheads still wearing Yeezys, talking about I'm separating the clothes from the man.
What's no? So you said something that I liked. Now I don't know exactly where you're going with it because you said fuck Wayne in the top 5.
Oh no, Eminem is out the top 5. Just because like Carter 5 is that much better than the last 2 shits that Eminem put out to me.
So you would put Wayne as the top 5 rapper all time?
You an M stan too, Justin?
I put him in the top. I put Wayne in the top 5. Like if we was just talking rap already, but like if we talking like greats, like numbers and all that other good shit, I'm definitely taking Eminem out and putting Wayne.
I'm not even mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Nigga, we know.
I just know if I said that shit, y'all would have given me some mad shit. So I'll let you say it.
If you would have said that shit, it'd have been like, of course you would say that.
I know that's nigga. That's why
I definitely ain't arguing no Eminem shit with you.
Right. No, I'm just saying. No, that was my thing. When you said it, the first thing that actually like I thought of is, and I'm gonna steal something real quick. If you talking about just like having a musical impact, the niggas that we put in the top 5 beforehand, Wayne has had a bigger musical impact than all 5 of them.
Musically,
because mad niggas want to rap.
I don't even know if it's musically.
Want to have tried to rap like Wayne. There's not bad niggas who have tried to rap like Hov, Biggie, Pac, and Nas.
Whoa. And then rap like them, no, but rap because of them, yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like mad niggas have wanted to rap because of Wayne, and mad niggas have tried to rap like Wayne.
Well, no, I think Wayne got the most influence over the game just with like all these little ugly niggas that's rapping today.
He didn't even say drug niggas. He
Word.
said ugly. He didn't even say. Damn. No, that's a fact. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not even mad. So you would put Wayne, Hov, Big, Pac, Nas?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I'd say that's fair. What about you, Will?
I'm tired of coming up with a top 5 like every fucking couple weeks. So I won't be giving any input of this because my top 5 change depending on what type of mood I'm in. If I'm aggressive, it's gonna be all gangster rap. if I'm chilling, it might be something different. And as of right now, I ain't in the mood to gauge my mood.
Damn.
You've been moving calm, bro.
Don't start no trouble with me.
Do y'all think Wayne gonna put out another project soon?
Most likely. I don't see him stopping now that he got freedom.
I don't want him to like oversaturate himself though.
Oh, he will.
I know. That's gonna have niggas looking at him funny in the light. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying, but that's what he does though. That's
what he did.
Like Wayne hasn't done shit right, like in music, like as far as like the way he moves, outside of the fact of he just records as much as anybody, if not more. But the shit he records is fire. So it's like
sometimes
he just when he's
majority.
On, like when he did
the
last, he had about a 2-3 year run where it was kind of some so questionable shit. But
I wouldn't even say that because it's so weird. Because he was like, you break it down like 12 trash, 13, 14 he back, 15 little fall off. Like Free Weezy album was fire to me. Free Weezy album was fire to me.
That's what I'm saying.
No
That's
Ceilings
15.
2 was
whack in 15.
No Ceilings 2 was trash. No, I ain't even gonna say No Ceilings 2 was trash. Sorry for the Wait 2 was And then 16 he was quiet. And 17 he was quiet. No, it's end of 17 he dropped D6? Yeah, that was fire.
That was fire. I'll say here's my thing with D5. Is D5 is like the most try hard Lil Wayne project ever. Because he only had one thing.
No, D5 was fire.
No, I like D5.
You meant Sorry for the Wait 2?
Oh, yeah, sorry for the Wait 2. Sorry for the Wait 2, because he only had one thing on his mind, and he was like just repeating that shit over and over. Like it was just Fuck Birdman. Like that's the Fuck Birdman album. If he got Free Weezy, he got Fuck Birdman. Like, and that was the only shit he was really talking about. Like that was where Wayne is. Like you can kind of tell, even though like
that's just so wild because they used to kiss on the mouth. Like that shit is so wild to me.
Like as great as like a lot of the shit Wayne says is, you can kind of tell it's like he coming off the top of his head, or he just like he chilling when he rapping, like whatever. That was like the most try hard shit like Wayne has ever done.
It's just fucked up because like nothing Wayne can do will ever top like No Ceilings
ever.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't even know if he could put an album out that's better than the Carter One.
Even that's like his leg, like his peak is just so great. It's tough.
Does he have the best peak ever?
At his height, yeah, because no one was like the undeclared best rapper in the world for that long. Like, cause Hove had X, he had Eminem, he had, he had Nas. Like, even who after that, like Eminem in that like 02, 03 span, he still had Hove, he had 50, he had these guys, he had Cam, these type of guys.
And 50 was tough because 50 was never like the best rapper, but 50 was just so big.
Yeah, like, but he was just bigger than everybody. Yeah, you feel me? Like when Wayne was that guy, he was the biggest guy and like he was the best guy.
No, that's a fact. And niggas didn't challenge him. Like nobody was out there being like, and that nigga was shouting like I'm the best rapper alive for like 6-7 years, and then nobody said shit to him.
It was definitely niggas saying shit. We just didn't hear.
Like definitely some nigga on the street mixtape giving Wayne bars. I wasn't listening to that shit though.
I guarantee you, it was no nigga in Philadelphia that felt Wayne was the best rapper alive.
Facts. Yeah. With 5 niggas behind him saying his rap lines before he said them. Hey, shout out to State Property and Beanie Siegel, man. Beanie Siegel said, "I get my Gats internet. I got SKs and it like." Benny Siegel was beefing with Nas and the Locks. That was some of the best raps I ever heard in my life.
That was one of the best times in hip hop ever.
That nigga said he said I'm about to sun kiss like a soda. Hey Rihanna, I'm just letting you know now. This should be us right here.
Y'all wild for that still.
I don't think Will ever saw that shit.
Hey, y'all you wild as fuck for that. And like the thing that pissed me off too though is like I was trying to think of like a name for the episode and I could not think And not that the episode was bad. I could not think of a standout version of Suicide.
Well, not like literally when y'all finally replied back, I was already at work, so the episode was like named and scheduled to be posted already.
No, that's what I'm like. I couldn't think of shit to be like, yo, we should name it. Like nothing stood out in my head, so I'm like,
because I knew y'all niggas wasn't going to reply right away because I knew it was early as fuck, so I just started playing the episode, waited till I heard the catchiest shit, and as soon as that popped up, I said, there you go.
Hey, I re-listened to that shit, bro. When you said that, it's still as funny as it was last week. Like,
I'm mad funny. I was listening to like all my shit the past 2 or 3 days. Like,
I'm on my nigga chill.
Nigga said I'm mad funny. This Cat Williams ass nigga. I got more stand-up specials than anybody.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you try
patting himself on the back and shit.
Comedy, I got $1 million on each.
Hey, Cat, you wild for talking about some boxing ring. Cat, will fuck you up.
Hey,
what'd be a better fight, Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, or Nick Cannon and Kanye?
Oh, I'm definitely paying to watch Kanye and Nick.
Who the bad and who the undercard?
I'm paying to watch Kanye and Nick just because Nick gonna knock his ass out.
It's kind of wild because like Kanye finna give him that promo before the fight on some WWE type shit.
Hey, Kanye gonna be doing wild promo for the fastest knockout in history and shit.
Hey, yo.
They gonna tell Kanye you the only man in the world to sell tickets to your own funeral.
That nigga gonna come to the ring in Yeezy boxing boots.
Holes all in and shit. Nigga big toe gonna be sticking out that motherfucker.
Oh, that was the thing I was gonna say. Oh, what y'all think about the projected album sales?
Look about right. Like not surprising for me.
You thought he was gonna do $500,000?
Easy. Like that's people. No. He's gonna do $500,000 just off of that. Like people want it. People still love Lil Wayne. It's just a matter of getting the music from him.
This album coming out definitely showed how much like niggas fuck with Lil Wayne though. Like before the album came out, just like watching every nigga in the industry talk about how like, oh, it's almost that time and they waiting on it and shit like that. That like I didn't, because number one, I don't do number projections because I don't really give a fuck what they sell. But like once they like I kind of like 2 days before I started realizing how anticipated this album really was for a lot of people.
Well, I think the fact that people like fuck with Wayne really didn't surprise me because Wayne is one of like the few. So the big difference, if we talk about like his height, the big difference between like Wayne and Drake acts like a superstar. Wayne never acted like a superstar. Wayne didn't really give a fuck. No,
nigga, what?
No, nigga. Wayne would do a song with damn near just about anyone. Like he really didn't give a fuck. Like that nigga was like, "Cool, you got an idea."
I'm gonna send you the Nino Brown DVD, Lil Wayne, and tell me this nigga ain't a superstar.
But what I'm saying musically, that nigga don't act like a superstar. He down to do songs with literally just.
What's acting like a superstar musically though? Not because if you saying, I say what's acting like a superstar musically? Because if you saying that's not acting, that's not doing music with certain artists, that's not like meaning acting like a superstar. That's just you feeling like you. Better than that motherfucker.
That's some superstar. If you like, no, I'm too big to do shit with you.
No, that's some bougie shit.
But I don't think all superstars should act the same.
But I'm just saying. That's why I'm saying. Even if you don't think that's a superstar, but that's not my point.
Mind you, fucking Drake just did a song with Black Boy JB. We ain't never heard of that nigga.
No, but Drake is specific about the shit the niggas he does songs with.
But it's a difference because Drake go out and get on some shit that's probably a hit without him. Wayne was making these shit hits. That's the difference.
I don't know if that Black Boy JB song hit without him.
Black Boy was definitely a hit without him because Black Boy was popping before Drake got on this song.
Fetty Wap had a hit without Drake, then Drake jumped on it. Fucking Future had a hit without Drake, then Drake jumped on it. I mean, I know you're a Drake stan too, but you got to be honest sometimes, dude. Come on, my Drake.
Ain't even that. I'm just. That wasn't even the point of this shit. I'm saying when we're talking about the point of him having so many good relationships, it's because he's done songs with so many of these people, and the fact is, half these people that is like rapping and big now, like them niggas growing up, like they was listening to Wayne because Wayne been doing this shit for 20 plus years. And then with the number projection, I didn't think he was going to do numbers like that, and I don't think anybody could have.
Nigga, I just said I definitely thought that. Like why is that hard to believe Lil Wayne could do 500,000 in the
But that
streaming
nigga
era?
like, so this is his first album he put out in like the streaming era, right?
Mind you, the Free Weezy album came out on Tidal.
I mean, streaming wasn't the way it was now, though, when Free Weezy came out.
But even still, like,
and that
like I get that.
The second highest day ever. Like, ever.
See, but to me, that ain't a big deal.
I think that is a big deal. I don't.
That's only a big deal because it's Wayne to you. Because if that would have been anybody else, you'd be like, oh, okay.
No, see, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't work in the industry. I don't give a fuck about none of these numbers. No. I just care about the music. That's why it's not a big deal to me.
Well, no, and I'm saying though, to me, but it shows something like I'm not a big Travis Scott person, right? But the fact Travis did the numbers he did, and Travis got still what the Travis number 2 or 3, like the second or third base
number 2 opening week, yeah.
So whatever number he's at, to me that was a big deal because like even though I don't fuck with him like that, you can see the influence or you can see the fan base and the people behind a certain person because of the numbers they do. I'm not saying it's end all be all, but I'm saying there is something to, even if you don't fuck with them, to certain people putting up those kind of numbers. Like I don't fuck with 6ix9ine at all, but the fact that nigga can do literally like 10 million views and 10 million plus streams a day when he release shit, that says something.
I'm voting to put 6ix9ine on the list of motherfuckers we don't talk about with Nicki.
Especially if
everybody in agreement say aye.
No, and that's fine. Like we don't.
You can't name 3 songs for 6ix9ine, man.
That's
actually, Justin, you might be able to. I know that's your girl favorite rapper and shit.
I know one. I know the Nicki joint, but ow, fuck, that was my leg.
My leg.
But no, but what I'm saying, but that's all I'm saying though is like when you see that kind of shit, like you can't deny like the number and the impact. And I didn't think his numbers were gonna be that big, especially with the fact of, well, he washed Logic. Like Logic was gonna take some of the spotlight away just because Logic had his shit dropping too. Like,
so did you have a prediction? Did you have like
I'm
a
mixed
numbers
and
prediction?
I'm light skinned. I'm black, but I'm white. But I'm light skinned too.
Going to do well. I didn't think he was gonna just like I didn't think he was gonna wash Logic in terms of numbers. But he's gonna end up doing 5 times more than Logic did.
We need to talk about what if Kanye would have dropped Saturday.
Kanye would have been 3rd on the list.
He definitely would have been 3rd.
Kanye on the list of niggas we don't talk about. But
you didn't even have to say it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like there is something to that when, yeah, obviously circumstances are different, but to be, hey, I only got to defend it. Shout out to him. He moves $500,000. What's going on with Cardi?
You itching for some Wayne slander to come your way.
I don't tolerate no Wayne slander.
So
what's going on with Cardi?
She turned herself in for some charges, and that's that.
My girl said she pulled up the article. She's like, Cardi B turned herself in with connection to alleged assault. And she was like, it's probably the girl they think Offset cheated with. She just sent her girls to go whoop her ass.
Man, look, a rapper we not going to speak of got on a radio show and snitching, and all of a sudden it's an issue. Rhymes with Ulrika Ravage.
She hang out with Ronald Klump?
Man, look. niggas out here snitching like never before, man.
Yeah, that's what Charlamagne said. He's like, shit, 2018, if you absolutely okay to snitch, call a lawyer. It's
definitely cool to snitch. That shit is wild. But, I mean, in reality, though, like, rappers been snitching. Because niggas will get on the whole song and talk about something. I shot Lord J on 47th Street. They ain't gonna find a gun. That shit at my auntie house. Like, nigga,
what address of the auntie crib and shit?
Niggas say my auntie live on Grand Avenue. The house with the red door.
Can't miss it.
They'd never find it.
Hey, yo.
Like, nigga, what? Because all rap beef is motherfuckers telling us shit we didn't ask to know.
Basically, niggas volunteering information.
Like you got a son. Like, nigga.
Hey, no,
you are hiding a child.
About that shit. I'm like, why the fuck do you care about Drake's kid? Like, regardless of like how you like.
I told niggas, bro, that shit is not going to age well.
That shit is
at all, because one thing about it, look, it Pusha T said that, and Drake still ain't showing niggas his kid.
Hey, that's a fact.
Drake like, nigga, so like, do Pusha T got kids? Like, Drake could have said the same thing, and I'd have been like, damn, I ain't know that nigga had kids either.
That's a
like,
fact.
it's mad niggas like, I just realized Jadakiss had a grown ass son.
Yeah, whole college ass son.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, it looked just like Kiss and shit. I'm like, was Jadakiss hiding the child, my G? because I didn't know he had a kid.
Like, this shit just can't become like a situation where y'all got beef. Like when 50 always want to call Floyd a woman beater. like he can't just be a woman beater. Like when y'all got issues, my nigga.
Oh no, he won't beat them when they don't got issues. 50 just makes sure to point it out when they got issues.
Yeah, that right there.
Hey, shout out to 50. Oh, and I always realize I say this. I was thinking about this morning. I always say I'm gonna lead off Heartfelt with this shit. Then I realized Heartfelt comes out on Wednesday and this should drop on Thursday. So niggas be like, you already said it. How y'all feel about Earl Thomas?
Man, shout out to Earl Thomas.
Shout out to Le'Veon Bell.
Shout out to Le'Veon Bell too. Earl Thomas say fuck y'all niggas.
That was the realest shit ever.
See, that was the realest shit I've seen in a while.
That was the realest. My nigga looked straight at him. They literally looked at him like, hey, your leg is fucked up. And he looked right at that. He didn't even look at the doctor. He looked straight at the sideline like, fuck you.
I think unfortunately something like that had to happen for niggas to really understand what Le'Veon is doing. Because everybody look at it like, oh, this nigga just trying to get money and all of that shit. But then it's like, these niggas stepping out onto that football field, any day could be the last day they play football.
I mean, fucking life.
Absolutely. That's why, like.
But I think a lot of motherfuckers was like, oh, this nigga just, he just being greedy and all of that shit. So I think, like I said, unfortunately, it took for something like this to happen with E.T. for niggas to be like, oh shit, it kind of makes sense a little bit now.
And see, the NFL, all they would have to do is like, in terms of this issue,
cut him a check.
They got a bunch of shit. If they made their shit fully guaranteed, like that's like the biggest difference. It's like baseball gets fully guaranteed contracts, NBA gets crazy guaranteed contracts. Like, and the NFL, you more likely to get hurt than either of them. So like, if you got like niggas wouldn't be pissed off.
Not only that, but
they
wouldn't ask for as much money.
Fully guaranteed.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if everybody's deal was like that, niggas wouldn't. They would even take like $1 million or $2 million less. Like,
that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't ask for as much money because now that it's all guaranteed, you don't need it. But like,
absolutely, like Earl's because he was making 10 this year, and I think it's like half and half or 60. I think it's 60-40 in terms of what's not guaranteed, right? So, or might have been right at 50-50. Don't quote me on the contract numbers because some dickhead is. If his whole shit was guaranteed, he would not have had the issue because he was only asking for like $3 to $4 million more than what he was currently making. It wasn't like he was like, yo, redo my contract and I need like double what I'm making right now, or I need like to be the highest paid player in the league. Nigga wanted like $3 to $4 million more a year. If they had just guaranteed his contract, like, and mind you, it's like teams do that shit like, and the Seahawks, I'm gonna say this. And everybody was like, there was people who were saying like, oh, well, you can't totally rip the Seahawks. You can absolutely totally rip the Seahawks if they don't guarantee the rest of his contract, because even though the Steelers are doing some fuck shit right now, the Steelers did right by Ryan Shazier, and once he got hurt, they fully guaranteed his contract, and they paid that nigga the rest of his money. So like,
and that shit
Seattle got to do that for
Thomas. They try to finesse you with them incentives and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like Seattle, like you got to like right now, like you got to fully guarantee the rest of that man's contract. Like give him whatever it's $5-6 million left on his deal.
The niggas listening to this right now, like we ain't got to do shit.
That's what ain't gonna happen. Especially not like you been bashing us and shit, telling us what we need to do. They like that's what your ass get. You ain't getting nothing.
I'm just saying, like it's just I don't know. That shit's
foul.
No, the whole NFL is fucked. But we been knew that though.
Talking about letting niggas get plays off with no time on the clock.
Shout out to Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, Harrison Butker. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that.
Yeah, good. Denver should have won that game. Case Keenum fucked it up too. He definitely missed a touchdown to DT. He had like 10 seconds to go. I don't know why the fuck niggas was trying to lateral.
Shout out to Demarius Thomas, man.
Shout out to Mr. Biscuit.
2017 Dez Bryant.
No, he definitely playing like some 2017 Dez Bryant. I'm sticking with that tweet. But that was one play that was his catch. He could have made that shit. That's kind of touchdown last year.
Check Mr. Trubisky P. Because I don't know who that was yesterday. He acted totally different.
We know who it was. I knew he had it in him.
And next year, it's that shit. It's like Josh Allen. Don't get too hyped. Niggas
oh man, y'all so cute down the timeline, Justin.
You said what?
I said you and your girl so cute down the timeline. She said she in love.
I say that all the time, yo. Like, look at these kids, just crazy in love.
Oh man, I ain't saying nothing like it.
Got a suburb being Hove.
You said a what?
I said y'all the suburban being Hove.
I ain't even in the suburbs. The fuck?
I mean, compared to
nigga, I can't afford the suburbs in San Diego.
Damn, you in the hood in San Diego? You fucked.
Like that ass
type of shit is that?
Nigga, the nicest building near me is the DMV.
Damn.
Damn, yo. I'm gonna pray for you, bro.
Please. But it's all good though. I get a raise in a month, and I get another raise starting next summer.
Make sure they give you the number you want. Otherwise, hold out.
We'll bleep that shit out, man.
Hey.
Every week, this nigga talking about how much money he got. Like
the
wolves ain't out. Like the wolves ain't out, man.
Hey, what you mean? I told him how much money I got.
I told him he got home invasion money.
You get the most raise out of anybody I know, nigga. So like 2 weeks, you got a new story about another raise coming.
Nigga, that's because I work for the school district. The fuck?
In the words of Malcolm X, when the heat stop working, then the heat start working. I'm gonna rob me in person. Or maybe that was Freeway.
Oh man, out here getting raises on top of raises. And shit, if we add up all the raises you done got since we started this podcast, you about 30 up.
It's expensive out here, bro.
Yeah, you out here holding out telling the niggas to renegotiate your deal and shit.
Dang.
I might pull up tomorrow. See how that worked for me. I say, yeah, nigga, drop the truck off. Yeah, nigga, drop the truck off, bro.
Nah, what is it?
So what grade you be working? Hey yo, hey little dude that punch baby girl in the stomach. You wildin', bro. You're tripping.
He not even like the worst kid. No, we had a kid today. He picked up a rock, threw it at a girl head, and I was like,
"What is with these young niggas, yo?"
It's like, why'd you do that? He's like, I wanted to see if it hurt if you hit someone with a rock in the head.
Wow.
Fucked up thing.
See that shit couldn't happen at my school, bro, because he would have got his little ass beat.
He dragged another girl by her hair.
Yeah, he wildin'. Niggas' fathers would have been at the school, like beating up this little kid and shit.
That's facts. I tell niggas all the time I fight kids.
I had a dad try to bum rush a kid.
I will put the paws on the kid.
Hey, I legally have to defend him.
If I'm an angry dad and you decide to jump in the way of that,
nice.
Good luck.
Because I'm not fighting no nigga that's 6'9".
Good luck.
Yeah. What else going on? I got my. I ain't gonna say that. Y'all was just talking about. I talk about my money too much.
See, yo,
what else you got, y'all?
You can't stop this puff daddy ass nigga,
man. Money long like Western.
Oh, that's the name of this episode. Justin's money.
I got the new computer working today.
J Money bags. That you was just talking about a $2,500 computer when we started. Like, come on, bro.
You said $25 million.
I said 100. You said 2,500, right?
Yeah.
Man, look, bro.
I'm trying to make moves, yo. I'm trying to get.
If I see some shit on my timeline, about niggas try to put you on a t-shirt, just know we praying for you.
I don't know what you mean, yo.
Listen, man, the vultures out here.
It's ready to be cold outside. Well, it ain't nothing cold over there.
You gonna have to start tucking that Cuban.
Niggas said don't go through the wrong hood with your chain out. What Future say? I walk around here and I'm famous.
Hey, a nigga having to tuck his chain when he goes to certain areas is crazy.
A nigga wearing chains when he in a certain area is crazy. like niggas be wildin'.
Like Justin gonna have to tuck the chain and put the Cartier buffs up.
Nigga gonna have to put the rollie under his sleeve.
Check my timeline. I'm only saying facts.
Man, here you go. You think it's a joke? Nigga talking about I'm broke. And like Uncle Ice said, I could smell a nigga with money.
I don't know what you talking about, yo. I'm like Birdman. You can't find more shit.
Hey, what's a list of black movies you ain't seen? Just say no. I'm gonna name some shit. Shotters.
You said what?
Shotters.
Nope.
Menace to Society.
Yep.
Juice.
Half.
Belly.
Like a fourth.
My nigga.
What? Nigga saw the intro. Like, what the you ain't even see when my son was eating a banana and shit. Method Man came out with the yellow sweatsuit talking about illest nigga in Nebraska.
He's about to drop a dime on the nigga.
When they stripped the nigga in the basement, he was sitting there. Still one of the wildest scenes ever.
So you know about Keisha?
Yeah.
You ever seen? All right, let me finish the list. Fresh.
Nope.
New Jack City.
Nope.
Boys in the Hood.
Yep.
Like the whole movie? or you just know Ricky got shot?
Or you seen a third?
You just seen the part where Ricky got shot?
Hey, yo.
Tell me you seen Paid in Full, yo.
Did you pause it for dramatic effect? I take that as a no.
That's a hard no. Seen Killer Season?
Nope.
Damn.
You seen the Hot Boys?
Nope.
Damn. Baller blocking?
You said what?
You can't be a real Wayne stan.
You ain't see Baller blocking, yo. My son Wayne was in the corner store freezer. That was still some of the wildest shit I ever seen. You saying I got the hookup?
I don't watch, bro. I'm telling you, I don't watch movies.
What was the last movie you watched?
Get Out.
Wow. Nigga said Get Out. Shout out to everybody that said Get Out was a scary movie. That shit is only scary if you like white women.
That shit definitely had me looking at him funny.
Like, bitch, what?
Who y'all think was in Kanye body for a while? Or who y'all think in Kanye body right now? Is it Bruce Jenner? Y'all think that's Bruce Jenner in that wildin' for real?
Yo,
keep it 100.
I don't know what's funny in him saying Bruce Jenner and Kanye body, or him not saying Caitlyn Jenner.
Damn. No, that's another nigga in Caitlyn Jenner. That's somebody else. That's one of them sisters we don't ever see.
Damn. We
ain't seen Rob in a while. That's probably robbing Kanye body and shit. That's why he got fat and had to have surgery and all that shit.
Yo.
Niggas said they got
Rob hopped in his body and started wilding.
In the Kanye suit.
How Rob hopped in Kanye body and started eating everything he see. Somebody had to get lipo.
Niggas talking about something I feel bad for Bill Cosby. Fuck y'all. Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
60 is a wild. 60 is a wild number.
Like, bro, like niggas talking about he ain't rape all of them. Like, nigga, what?
60 is a wild number.
Like 60, bro. Like not 1 or 2, 3, 60, my nigga. like that's wild.
I mean, now like should Bill Cosby be in jail? Fuck yeah. Do I think he raped 60 women? Fuck no.
Hey, they was kind of mad ugly too.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying.
We got any more topics, man?
It ain't no way all these women like out of the 60 ain't none of them want the drugs.
Wait a minute, Tony. You cannot pause me and be like, "Yo, that's too far," and not say something to that shit.
I don't care if that nigga says too far.
Like, you cannot just be saying that. No, you gotta say something. Like you was like,
bro. With you, it was like, all right, we gotta cut it out. When he said that shit, I was frozen. Just like this nigga really said that, bro.
Yo.
I mean, come on now, keep it all right. So what they say he was giving them Quaaludes or some shit, right?
Yeah, the Wolf of Wall Street shit.
So today, what drugs are like the equivalent of that?
To Quaaludes,
whatever Ross was talking about,
might be giving them nickies, might be slipping them the nickies, going crazy.
But nah, what you talking about? What Ross was talking about? Ross said Ross was just talking about Molly. So if Molly is similar to Quaaludes, bitches is definitely out here taking Molly at their own will. No, like Bill Cosby might have had the pills on him and shit, but that don't mean they ain't want them.
Yo.
Man, look, this been a hell of an episode.
Keep it on it. Like
money. We need to end this. This shit should be called
keep Bill Cosby in jail.
Say I. Bill Cosby being someone we don't.
That shit ain't called. That shit ain't called say I, nigga. That shit.
They gonna think we doing the Trey Songz memorial.
Bill.
Niggas we gonna be hit with the Trey Songz crowd. Niggas gonna be like, ooh, they doing the Trigger episode.
Hey, that's fine. We need viewers. This Bill Cosby being someone we don't talk about no more on this podcast. Say I
don't know, man. The jokes don't stop.
Hey, this nigga said content over morality. That ass was like, I don't know about that last one. I still got some jokes I need to get out.
I mean, it ain't content over morality if we talking negatively about Bill Cosby.
Nah, nigga, that's still content. Fuck you mean?
Man,
I know, but as long as we talking negative about him, our morals are still intact.
Hey, black people listening, like, did y'all really fuck with the Cosby Show like that? Because that shit was like super boring to me.
The Cosby Show was like
that shit was solid.
Black version equivalent of Seinfeld.
I can see if you standing for
shit popped off.
I can see if you standing for a different world. I get that, but like the Cosby Show, like I don't know.
That shit ain't had nothing on Martin.
That nigga wasn't even the best TV dad. Like high professional. Like Uncle Phil was a judge.
Uncle Phil was
Carl Winslow. Carl Winslow was the best cop in Chicago. We don't know that to be fact, but shout out to Carl Winslow.
It ain't.
He said that shit like he just knew.
Shout out to Carl Winslow though.
Yeah, Carl Winslow, a legend.
Who was the best TV dad?
Ray from Sister Sister.
Ray was kind of lit. Or was it? It was your boy Flex.
Flex was definitely the best TV dad. Shout out to 101, man. We gonna give y'all a UPN episode one day and cover every fucking UPN show there was. Shout out to the pod, because that shit don't age well at all.
Yeah, it's only when you think about it, a lot of them shows don't age well though.
Oh shit, I can't watch Moesha to this day.
Family Matters is perfectly.
Family Matters is cool. Martin, I can always watch Martin. That's like my favorite show ever. I don't get tired of that shit. I'll put that shit on like repeat.
Are we counting Fresh Prince? Like that's kind of like the obvious.
Hell yeah,
That's like the obvious one. That's like saying saying Fresh Prince was great. Saying Fresh Prince aged well. Like that shit's like.
Shout out to Living Single.
Living Single was fire. I think Living Single aged well. What didn't age well besides the Parkers?
Cause she was stalking this nigga for like 6 years, bro. Everybody was just laughing.
Kyle was a solid dad. Michael Kyle was a solid dad.
Michael Kyle was definitely a solid dad.
he was solid out here. I fucked with my wife and kids.
Yeah,
what was that other show? What else didn't age? What was that? What was it? All of Us with old boy.
See, All of Us still hold up to me.
I don't know. I ain't saying it though. I ain't saying that shit in a while. Like I ain't saying it recently enough to know if it
still hold up. It's still solid, but it's funny. It's funny now though, because I'm like my son ex-wife really used to come to the crib just like on some what's up shit.
What else? What else aged well or aged like trash?
Hey, shout out to Eve, even though your name was not Eve in your own show.
Even though the show was named Eve.
Nigga said her name was Shelly. That shit is outrageous.
Shout out to Eve.
Definitely. Shout out to Kyla Pratt, because you want to talk about aging well.
Yo.
We got any last subjects, Justin, before we get out of here?
Shout out to Red Fox, man.
Damn, okay. Shout out to Richard Pryor, Harlem Nights. Hey, yes. Harlem Nights are coming to America, Will.
Coming to America.
Whew. Man, that's a hell of a conversation.
That's a hell of a conversation, but like coming to America is probably like it's like top 5 in like my favorite movies all time. Coming to America, 5 Heartbeats.
I don't know if I've seen 5 movies.
I don't even know what I have to think about my 4 top 5, but Coming to America and the 5.
Nigga, you just said you don't want to make no more top 5 lists.
No, I was talking about rappers.
You said I don't want to engage. Nah, you said you don't want no more top 5 lists. You don't want engaging mood and all that shit.
No, but as far as movies, that don't change depending on my mood. That like my top 5 movies don't change depending on my mood. My top 5 rappers do.
Hey, shout out to Nick Cannon. I'm going to Wild 'N Out when they come to San Diego.
When
they come, don't get roasted like Azalea Banks.
No, the only thing that's kind of wild is that nigga that we not going to talk about no more on the show is performing.
When he come to San Diego?
What Bill Cosby they let him out for that?
Hey, we need the Kawhi laugh. Hold up. Shout out to Joe. That's like the funniest shit ever is the fact that nigga got the Kawhi laugh on repeat now.
Hey, they wildin'. They giving Bill Cosby. They let that nigga come out for work and shit.
Nigga say he on work release to do Wild 'N Out. Bill Cosby be mad as hell on Wild 'N Out.
I don't know why they ain't just get Kanye to do it. That's crazy.
Hey, so what you gonna do if they go in the crowd and start doing that family reunion shit and they come up to you?
Nothing.
I ain't got no beef with them.
We know you don't take roasting well.
It's all for the jokes.
Watch DC Young Fly tell that nigga. Watch DC Young Fly tell that nigga up, man. I'm a DM DC like it's gonna be this tall, light skinned nigga about 7 feet tall. Find that nigga in the crowd.
Niggas finna see Justin on a wild Twitter video.
I'm tired. Niggas finna hit him with the bring that ass here, boy.
Talking about the Wild 'N Out show. They roasted this nigga like 15 minutes straight.
No bullshit. You better not get up and walk nowhere. Right? Cause the minute they see your 7-foot ass moving around, they own you. They gonna say, "Oh, this nigga tall."
Hey, hold up! I hate that shit. I hate all that shit. They talk about like tall. You do this like that.
Your girl just told Twitter she was in love.
Yeah, she wild for that too. I already told her I don't care. Like that shit is nah. Yeah. Well, shout out to you, baby. But you know.
Oh. Y'all niggas out here extra cute.
That's because she started listening like 3 episodes ago.
Oh, this nigga think he's slick.
That's why
that shit
Wayne ass nigga. Talking about something, I need you, baby.
Hey, oh, I ain't got no more topics unless one of y'all do.
What story did you have, yo?
Oh yeah, your miscellaneous stories before we get out of here.
Nah, that was not just wild shit the kids were doing.
Yeah, what's some elementary school stories, yo?
You ever had a kindergartner? This nigga, I'll never forget this shit. This was at my old school. Nigga was a kindergartner side. It was his first day and shit. And they got the little. You ever have like the cards for snack or cards for lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was, he's a kindergartner. He obviously nigga can't read or do shit right. So I'm over there trying to help him out. Like, hey, here's your card. Before I even got to go help him try to find his card, he looked at me and he was like, "Where the fuck's my card?" Like
he said that.
He said, "Where the fuck?" He said, "Where the fuck's my card, Mr. Justin?" I was like, "Excuse me." He's like, "Where the fuck's my card?" Like
nigga kept it respectful. Nigga said, "Mr. Justin."
Well, they gotta call me that shit.
What I look like calling you Mister?
Like the nigga, but it was the fact like the nigga repeated himself like so like vividly. I was like, "Excuse me." He was like, "Where the fuck's my card?" Like, hold the fuck up. Oh, you like 5 years old. What? Who taught you? You can't even read. Who told you how to say fuck?
Man, these niggas gonna stab you.
We had another one. No, here's like the all-time story. And this one pissed. This was a parent. This nigga pissed me the fuck off. So this nigga wasn't allowed to see his daughter, right? And
that's a wild statement. When a nigga that want to be in his kid's life is not allowed to see his daughter.
No. Here's the thing though. No, y'all done some fuck shit. So he's like, they got
allegedly
and shit. Nah, I didn't allegedly, nigga.
Allegedly.
Nah, nigga, he lock him up. Anyway, so
what did he do to the kid?
He wasn't allowed to be on. He hit the kid too, but that's anyway.
By hit, you mean what?
I definitely used to get whoopers.
Nah, there's a reason why he wasn't allowed to see, but
or like some your name is Toby type shit.
It was on some yeah. Anyway, so Yo parked like right. He was outside. He was at the gate of the school and shit. Right now, the gate's open when the parents picking the kids about to school and whatnot. And he was over there, and I saw him because I knew what he looked like before it happened. And so I was like, "Hey, you can't be here. Like, you got to go." Nigga was like, "Cool, I'm leaving." Okay, left. Right, no issue. Next day, nigga comes back again. Like, you got to go. You can't be here. All right, no issue. Nigga comes back a third day in a row, and I'm like, "Bro, you keep doing this shit, I'm gonna call the cops." Like, I don't give a fuck at this point. Like, you go, like, you really. Like, you got to fucking go. Nigga drives. The school I used to work at is across the street from a church. Nigga drove across the street to the church. And
how long is this street?
not long at all. Nigga just literally hopped out the school parking lot and went to the church real quick. One of my staff told me on the walking shit, he's like, "Hey, Mr. Justin, he's on the other side of the street." And I'm thinking, what the fuck? So I open the door from the auditorium and I can see him. And now this nigga got both middle fingers up, yelling, "Fuck you! You can't tell me shit." I'm on the other side, like.
That's kind of wild. You been 6'9" on the walkie-talkie.
Hey, work purposes, nigga. And the fact I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, wait a minute. So we was less than like a foot apart.
You too tall for a lot of shit.
we was less than a foot apart from each other. And when I said go home, he was like, okay. Second time, he was like, okay. Third time, he was like, you want to get across the fucking street and start talking shit, throwing up middle fingers, yelling, "Fuck you, nigga." Where was that when he was right in front of me?
I mean, you was going to call the police.
Not the first 2 times. Nigga he got real ballsy when he got a street and some car length away from me.
Nigga said, "You real tough with that walkie-talkie. You want to see me without it?"
Dog. Oh no! I don't know why that story about a nigga popping up at a job and shit gave me a flashback. Back when I was, of course, the notorious McDonald's days.
Classic.
My days working at McDonald's as a youth.
Hey, Will used to be chilling. Will definitely used to be like, he worked overnight, then he would just be chilling in the TV room.
Facts. But no, we had this. And actually, I was talking to one of my homies that I used to work there with. Man was talking like 2 days ago, and we was just talking about. We was just kind of laughing about it and shit. Because I think the one I used to work at, I was working in that area one day, and I went through the drive-thru to grab me something to drink, and I was like, a bunch of the motherfuckers that was working there, like when I was working there 5-6 years ago, still working there now and shit. But we started talking about this story. So now it was this nigga that was working there named Carlos, big Mexican dude and shit. Carlos probably about 6'1", maybe close to about 280.
Damn.
So Carlos was a big dude, right? So,
hold up, what was that? Hold up. I'm hearing thing going 280, and I'm like, when you say a big dude, like you just a big fat motherfucker? Like what's?
No, but no, his butt he was chubbier, but he wasn't like sloppy fat though. He was like chubby, but he was like kind of solid chubby.
All right, them niggas scary.
280 might be an exact. He was anywhere between about 260 and 280.
Damn.
Like he
weight without the height.
Yeah, so but like he wasn't like sloppy fat or nothing like that though. He was kind of solid. I think he like played soccer or some crazy shit like that.
Hey, them soccer niggas be mad fit, like.
But so he was working at it, and we had this white chick working at Megan. So at some point, these two, Megan had a kid. She had a Mexican baby daddy and all that. So at some point, these two started fucking or whatever. And I don't know how, but our baby daddy found out. And mind you, this nigga used to always come up to the job anyway. Like, he'd just be coming up there buying shit. He wasn't ever, he was always cool or whatever. So somehow he found out they was fucking. When I tell you this nigga was on a manhunt looking for this nigga Carlos. And mind you, like I said, Carlos is about 6'1", say about 260. So now my baby daddy was probably about 5'7". 5'7", probably about 220. Now he was like a little fat dude.
That's so her type.
Look, I don't know. So Carlos would be coming, and Carlos didn't. It was wild because Carlos didn't really speak like great English. Like Carlos had broken English like a motherfucker. But so her baby daddy came up there looking for Carlos. Carlos was hiding in the back. I went back there. I said, Carlos, you about a foot taller than this nigga. And you got about 30 pounds on him. What you scared for? He said, oh, I'm not scared and all this and all that. I'm like, well, he looking for you. So he got kicked out that one day. When I tell you this nigga Carlos, the next day I came to work, my boss told me, he said, yeah, Carlos trying to get transferred. Bro. Because I remember that night when I left the job, like this nigga, like her boyfriend was just still driving around. So I left this nigga, which I know he must have been like super pissed because I was driving, I was pulling out, no bullshit. This nigga stopped his car like right in front of mine, like almost like a T-bone type shit. Like he came like right out across the front of my car and stopped and hopped out the car. Telling me, what the fuck, Carlos? I said, nigga, one, I don't know. Number two, you need to get the fuck out of my way. Because I was like, look, I ain't the nigga you mad at. But yeah, long story short, this nigga came in the next day asking for a transfer. He was talking about he don't want to work here no more. He don't want to fight and all of this and all that shit. And I'm just like, and Carlos used to be talking big shit when it wasn't no drama.
Yo, you 6'1", 280, you got to be able to fight somebody. Like, you at least got to be.
You ain't even got to be able to fight. You just need to be strong enough to throw a nigga on the ground.
Some shit like.
When smoke come, niggas don't be with it.
Yeah, you got to at least be able to restrain a nigga. Yeah, even if you don't want to fight him, just be strong enough to keep the nigga from whooping your ass.
Hey, yo. Hey, and what's your Black History statement today, Tony?
Damn.
Which, by the way, all these shits is gonna be t-shirts. When this shit pop off, every single one of these shits is gonna be some t-shirts. I just need, in the words of Martin Luther King, free the real, keep the rest.
Hey,
I need that bitch on the shirt.
Fuck. You got one, Will?
Let me think. What can I come up with? In the words of Langston Hughes, did we do it? Now, what's my man name? Daniel Hale Williams. Ain't that the open heart surgery guy, right?
Hell yeah.
And in the words of Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. Oh, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Hey, like Huey, like in the words of Huey Newton, man, no security in the burner, but the burner and some niggas I grew up with. Well, that was
your
Jada
Black
Kiss.
History.
Either way.
Hey,
you got to throw one in, Justin. You got to throw one in before we go now.
Next thing they gonna say, I ain't watched Black History Facts.
Hey.
Give us a Madam C.J. Walker quote or something.
Hey, what did Madam C.J. Walker invent, Justin?
In the words of...
Damn. In the words of Madam C.J. Walker, she said she gonna do what to who. Let's find out and see.
In the words of Rosa Parks, they knocked me down 9 times, but I get up 10.
Hold up. Hold the fuck up, yo. Damn.
In the words of Malcolm X, one fish, two fish. Red fish, blue fish. Knick-knack, paddywhack.
In the words of Big Carson, man, look, niggas get shot every day, B. You tough, right?
Hey, we'll catch y'all next week.
Next week, man.